We have the veteran here today who began and founded Vets for Bernie. You talked to them briefly backstage. Tyson Manker spoke specifically about his own experience of serving in Iraq, of coming home, of dealing with challenges of post-traumatic stress, and what he has done to take action, specifically through legislation called the Fairness for Veterans Act. So you mentioned, Senator, we wanted to help share Tyson's story. Tyson, if you please stand up and say a few words.
Thank you, Congresswoman. As has been mentioned, it's a very true cost of war when you see your friend's head explode in front of you, when you have to pull the trigger a number of times, when you're 20 years old, 21 years old. When I went to Iraq in 2003, our government had not yet caught up to understanding what PTSD was, let alone doing anything proactive to treat it. And as a result, I am one of the 13% of all service members since 2001 that were booted from the service without a dime in benefits. I came home after serving over 3.5 years of service. I came back to a Red Cross message, found that my parents had separated. My world was spiraling out of control, and when I went on leave, I smoked a joint with a couple of my fellow Marines. Now, not only was the process that was used to violate my rights and remove me from the service the most unconstitutional thing that, I'm an attorney now, by the way. I will tell you that the first few years were extremely rocky. I considered taking my own life numerous times. I've lost friends, and the fact that I was able to make it through school and law school, I still don't know how it happened. But here we are, and now we realize, again, over 1 in 10 service members has gotten kicked out without any benefits. They've got PTSD, they're kicked to the curb. Their GI Bill, taken away. VA benefits for life, taken away. So I am so thankful the last 13 years of my life to find that Congresswoman Gabbard has sponsored a piece of legislation called the Fairness for Vets Act. And what that would do is enable veterans like me who do not have honorable discharges, who are not considered a veteran by the country that they served. I can go to the Discharge Review Board and show them my PTSD at the time of my discharge and receive my honorable discharge. So I want to thank Congresswoman Gabbard for bringing attention to this serious issue, but I want everyone to know that this is just the tip of the iceberg. We're only beginning to understand this, and when you hear the statistics, like 22 veterans a day take their own lives, we don't know how many of those 22 were kicked out, like me. And I think that when we start digging into the facts, all these people that are taking their own lives, it's because Uncle Sam threw them to the curb. So that's my experience.
Thank you, Tyson. I know you have shared your story with Senator Sanders. I don't know if you'd like to say a few words on how you plan to take this up.
Absolutely. Tyson, thank you for having the incredible courage to tell us your story, and for your determination. Your determination to make certain that what has happened to you and to many, many other men and women in the armed forces ends. That we understand what PTSD is about, and that we do not deny people the honorable discharge and the benefits that they have deserved and earned because of PTSD. Thank you so much. And we will, if elected president, this is an issue that will be very high up on our list of priorities.
That's right. That's right. So, Senator, as we talk about this cost of war, we've heard from Tyson, we've seen